Good morning everyone. Good morning participants. Maraming salamat po sa pag-imbita sa akin upang i-share ang aking kaalaman ukol sa paggawa ng project proposal. Now, let me present some of the important objectives para dito sa ating project proposal writing. At the end of this session, participants are expected to, number 1, review the issues and challenges in the implementation of the mandated programs and projects and activities of SPG and SSG. Number 2, provide understanding on the prioritization tools in narrowing issues and challenges met on the implementation of the mandated PPAs. Number 3, present the project and training proposal templates that would be used in preparing an effective, applicable, relevant, replicable, and sustainable initiatives. And last objective is write a project or training proposal soon in your schools. Kasi that's our requirement. Now, let's talk about doon po sa amin. So, bilang isang SSG officer, SPG officer, saan ba yung doon po sa amin? Siyempre, ang kasagutan dyan ay walang iba kundi sa ating minamahal na sintang paaralan. Yan po yung doon po sa amin. Kasi bilang isang SSG officer, isang SPG officer, we serve for our school. That's why, let's start this at tara, pag-usapan natin. Let's talk about sensitivity analysis. Allow me to read the content of this slide. Sensitivity analysis is a process of varying input parameters of a model within allowed area and observing the resulting changes in the model solution. It also explores how changes in the model output can be qualitatively and quantitatively attributed to different change sources. Meaning to say, bilang isang officer, SSG or SPG ka man na officer, we should practice yung sensitivity. Kasi, being an observer, kailangan alamin natin kung ano ba ang kalagayan ng ating paaralan. Ano ba ang kanyang mga pangangailangan? Ano yung urgent na pwedeng maging project? Using the sensitivity analysis, magagamit natin to upang malaman natin kung ano ba ang magiging future impact ng ginagawa nating proyekto. Also, tutulungan din niya tayo upang magkaroon ng mga pagbabago, especially sa iba't ibang sources natin. Now, these are the steps in creating a sensitivity analysis. First is, identify the problems which need to be addressed. Of course, kapag good observer tayo, that's one of the basic qualities ng isang pagiging student leader, we should be a good observer. Alamin natin kung ano ba ang pangangailangan ng paaralan. Pagkatapos, talk it with your team, together with your advisor. Another, create a list of problems to be discussed. Of course, di ba? Sa dami ng nakita mong observation, mahalaga na mag-take note tayo kung ano-ano ba to para ma-breakdown natin sa buong team kung ano ba ang mga pinag-uusapan nating possible projects soon. Next, identify the key criteria on the basis of which these problems are to be evaluated. Also, determine the relative weightage given to each criteria. Ayan, alamin natin kung ano ba talaga ang mas prioridad natin dito. Ano yung mas urgent, ano yung not urgent, ano yung urgent pero hindi naman importante. So, those factors will be considered later. Then, another is, we need to create a prioritization matrix chart. Later, papakita ko po siya kung paano po ito. The last one is, you rank the items against established criteria based on selected scoring systems. So, on my next slide, ito po ang ating the prioritization matrix. This matrix helps us to make decisions by narrowing options, by systematically comparing choices through the selection, weighing, and application of criteria. Meron po kasi tayo ditong 4 boxes. Sa 4 boxes, meron tayong yung pinakamahalaga, which is number 1, urgent and important. Yung bang pangangailangan na na-observe natin sa ating paaralan ay need na ba talaga? Ito ba ay importante? Therefore, we can classify that as number 1, urgent and important in our prioritization matrix. Now po, kung hindi naman siya urgent, pero importante naman, that can be classified in box number 2. Ito po, na kung saan gusto natin yung mga projects natin, pero hindi naman siya ganon kabilis na need na i-implement sa ating paaralan. Let's say, for example, may mga projects tayo last school year na pwede namang i-categorize dito sa number 2 kasi nga, na-implement na sila last year and it was verified and tested. Therefore, we can say na we have a plan regarding this. That's why, important nga yun, pero hindi naman ganon ka-need kaagad or ganon kailangan kaagad. Next, let's go with box number 3. The projects which are urgent but not important. Ayan. So, ito yung mga biglaan na proyekto na biglang itinatap sa atin ng ating mga school heads or ng ating mga departments na kung saan nagiging need siyang implement pero wala siya sa ating scheduled task. That's why ini-implement natin siya pero we are still planning regarding this. Another, the number 4, ito yung mga not urgent and not important. Usually, etong mga projects sa ganito or mga observations sa ganito na nakikita natin sa paaralan, sila yung mga least priority. Kasi nga po, nakikita natin na pwede silang ilagay sa bandang dulo ng ating calendar of activities for the whole school year na kung saan pwede natin talaga silang matutukan soon at mapagplanuhang mabuti. Remember this set of criteria, the MSFU. Again, MSFU. So what does it mean? Let's start with M, magnitude. So when we say magnitude, how frequent is the problem? Gaano kadalas? Ito ba talaga ay laging nangyayari? Ito ba ay kailangan palagi? Does it occur often or only on rare occasions? So let us consider that. Kasi kapag talagang lagi siyang nangyayari, that is considered as urgent, di ba? And that is also considered as important. That's why, sa pag-check ng mga projects, or pag-create ng mga projects, especially in writing the proposals, kailangan natin consider kung yung magnitude, importante ito. Huwag natin siyang baliwalain. Next, number 2, strategic importance. From the point of view of the teacher advisor, what are the most important problems? So, what are the problems that you want to resolve? So, sa ating mga teacher advisor, especially sa SPG and SSG, ito yung ating point of view. Ito ba ay talagang importante na bigyan ng solusyon? Siyempre, di ba, gagawa ang mga officers natin ng mga project proposals, they will write for that. Then, tayo naman na may final say if we will consider that, and also, we are the one na magsiset kung ito ba talaga ay nasa prioritization ng buong team. Urgent, important. So, strategy to natin bilang teacher. We can also ask the help of our officers para meron tayong cooperation plus our integration ng ating skills as advisor sa ating mga officers. Para soon, let them be the one na mag-set ng kanilang prioritization schedules. Feasibility. How realistic is it that we can resolve the problem? Will it be easy or difficult? Yan. Isa sa mga importante na kailangan natin i-consider yan, na alamin natin kung talaga bang achievable. Achievable ba tong project na to? Gaano katagal? Meron ba tayong time frame? Kaya ba natin itong execute for 1 week? 1 day, 1 month. Ayan. So, yung mga consider natin. And also, syempre, it's not just one time, no? Kasi, kailangan, pag nag-execute tayo or nag-implement tayo ng isang project or gumawa tayo ng isang proposal, kailangan po meron talagang post-implementation. Importante yun eh. Kasi that's the follow-up activities ng mga nasimulan nating proyekto. So, very important po ang feasibility. Again, i-consider din natin kung ito ba ay madaling i-execute. Mahirap ba? Ano yung mga kailangan? So, doon na yung papasok. Ano yung mga kailangan? Materials, resources, support. So, human resource support. Ayan. So, saan ba manggagaling yan? Sino-sino mga departments ang kailangan nating i-communicate or i-coordinate upang sa ganon, magkaroon tayo ng successful implementation on what we are writing. Especially dito sa mga project proposals na to. Next criteria, the letter U. Urgency. How urgent is it that we can resolve the problem? Will it be easy or difficult? So, how urgent? Gaano kabilis natin to magagawa? Yung pag-resolve ng problema na yon, ng project na yon. Gaya ng pagkakamagit ko nga kanina, ito ba ay 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month? How long it will be planned? Importante kasi ang planning dito sa sinasabi natin na project proposal. And again, connected siya sa iba pang criteria na kung saan i-consider natin kung easy ba siya, average ba yung implementation nito, difficult ba, ano yung mga pagdadaanan natin. Let's be futuristic sa paggawa ng project proposal. That's the key na maging futuristic tayo. Imaginative, and also, those imaginative ideas should be in realistic implementations. Then, this will be the possible scoring system na pwede nating gamitin for our project proposals. We have the number 5, yung very high priority. Ayan. So, importante talaga yan. I-consider natin yung pointing system na yan. Another is yung 4, high priority, of course. Then, number 3, yung moderate priority. Number 2 ay ang low priority. And last one is the very low priority. Ito yung kanyang interpretation na kapag nilagay natin siya sa prioritization schedule natin, especially dito sa pagsiset ng criteria, ito yung mga possible na interpretation natin. Example, kapag nakakuha tayo ng score na 4.50 to 5, that's a very high priority. Kapag 3.50 to 4.49, that's high priority. 2.50 to 3.49 is moderate priority. Then 1.50 to 2.49 is low priority. And 1 up to 1.49 is considered very low priority. So let me show you on the next slide paano ba gawa ng sample and interpretation ng isang project proposal. Ito po. We have here the list of problem. Example, ang problem natin ay X. Example lang. So, problem talaga yung mga X na yan. We have the following criteria na sinabi ko kanina. We have the magnitude, strategic importance, feasibility, then the urgency. Then at the end of this criteria, we have the total and the priority index and also the interpretation. Example, sinet natin na itong project X ay 4. So, ang kanyang percentage is 0.25. So, i-multiply natin yan para makuha lang natin yung value which is 1. Ayan, sa baba. Then also, binigyan natin siya ng halimbawa ng score na 3 for strategic importance. So, i-times lang din natin siya or i-multiply lang natin siya sa 0.25. So, lalabas ang 0.75. Then, another is yung feasibility. Binigyan ko siya ng score na 1. Then, multiply to 0.25 as its percentage. Then, the product will be 0.25. Then, the urgency, binigyan ko rin siya ng 1, meaning, then 1, then multiply to 0.25. So, ang product niya ay 0.25. So, simple lang yung gagawin natin. We just need to add these values. 1 plus 0.75 plus 0.25 and 0.25. The total score is 2.25. So, balik ko lang doon sa previous slide ko. Kapag 2.25 yan, dito siya papasok sa low priority. Di ba po? So, i-refer natin yung interpretation. Meaning to say, itong project proposal na to, na nakita nating problem sa school, or issue sa school, can be referred as low priority. So, balik tayo dito sa isang pinakita ko kanina na sa prioritization schedule, na possible, balik ko lang po, na possible, kung siya ay low priority, we can consider that as not urgent or not important, di ba po? Kasi low priority siya, di ba po? So, yun yung nakikita ko pong interpretation. So, connected yung mga criteria, yung prioritization matrix, importante yan. And also, connected yan sa pagiging observer natin na officer. That's the key. Kailangan natin maging observant dito sa ating paaralan. Now, let me present to you the project proposal templates. So, ito po yan. Ito po yung kadalasang ginagamit natin sa pag-create ng project proposal. I will give you a sample na ginagamit namin last school year na kung saan pwede natin gamitin for this year na tayo ay nakakaranas ng pandemic. So, let me give one example. I have here a project proposal sample na kung saan related siya sa pangangailangan ng aming paaralan. So, siyempre, yung pinaka-first part ay yung header, di ba? Importante ang header na kung saan it addresses kung anong school tayo, what division we belong, and also, kaninong project to. Ito po, tinan niyo po yung ginawa po namin dito na we have the Republic of the Philippines, DepEd, and Division of Antipolo City. Then, the name of our school, ayan. So, nilalagay din natin ang school ID and also the address of the school. And last one is yung Office of the Supreme Student Government. Ayan. Kasi, we are referring that this project ay gawa o pagmamayari ng Supreme Student Government or Supreme Pupil Government. And don't forget to include your logo. Ayan. Ayan po yung school logo namin and the SSG logo. Next part po natin, ayan, importante yan, kaya hina-highlight ko yan, wag nating kakalimutan yan. And also this part. So, dito sa part na to, ito kinuha kong project to, sample lamang naman, kasi napansin ko na that our school is more on online classes. Therefore, isa sa mga nakita naming observation is the social media and etiquette seminar. Na kung saan, possible, maging problem siya soon, di ba? Kasi, we can say that this project can be an issue because some of our teachers are complaining for attitudes ng mga bata, merong maganda, may mga hindi kagandahan. So, nag-lead tayo dito sa project na Social Media and Etiquette Seminar, na kung saan we're planning to implement this in connection with pandemic, di ba? Kasi online nga lahat, online classes na, so lahat ng mga estudyante is lahat sila virtually na nakikinig, nag-aaral, kaya kailangan din ng ating mga students ang ganitong proyekto, Social Media and Etiquette Seminar. Then we also included yung pagkakaroon ng theme or tema para catchy siya, di ba? So, the theme is think before you click. So, medyo gamit na gamit, but and common, pero dapat merong malaking impact ito. Siyempre, maikli, pero maganda yung kanyang content. That's a good sign na ng tema in connection with your project. Kasi pag sobrang haba, hindi na masyadong magandang pakinggan. And also, don't forget to include your proponent's name. Ayan, syempre, sino-sino yung mga gumawa. Sino yung mga nag-create ng proyektong to. So, sila-sila po yon, especially yan, nakalagay dyan, SSU officers. Then, naka-breakdown specifically kung sino-sino lang talaga yung included. And also, in-include ko yung pangalan ko dito kasi naging co-proponent nila ako sa pag-create. So, naging helping hand ako para mag-come up kami dito sa proyektong to. Then also, sa third part is, sa letter A, sa project context, don't forget to include the name of our school. Ayan. Sample lamang po ito, the Antipolo City Senior High School. And also, yung part ng rationale, na kung saan we're seeking some important legal basis para dito sa ating proyekto or some related studies na pwede nating pagbatayan kung bakit ba natin ito ini-implement. Ito po, i-highlight ko lang po. Ayan po na gawa po ng uh, ni R. Gross and Acquisti noong 2005 sa kanilang study na Information Revelation and Privacy in Online Social Networks, Workshop on Privacy in the Electronic Society. Meron kaming basis na pinagbatayan na kung saan pwede na maging scaffolding material para sa pag-create ng ating project proposal. Kasi it will be checked by our school head and the important na mga tao dito. And also, the objectives. So, bakit ba natin to gagawin? Ito yung foundation material, no? O foundation part, yung objective. Like, for example, nilagay namin dito na, number 1, be aware and create awareness for all the students in Antipolo City Senior High School that using the internet and social media without caution is bad for themselves. So, nilagay yon kasi importante siya. Ano yung intention mo, di ba? Then another is encourage every student to protect their data or data because it's for their own sake. Ayan. So, yan yung mga in-include namin. So, that's a general objective. Pwede rin tayo dyan maglagay ng specific objective kung gusto natin. Kasi po, depende yan sa kung paano natin siya lalagyan ng objectives. Next part. Alright. Ito yung medyo matrabaho sa part natin kasi yung pagiging futuristic natin as a leader, importante dito. Example, yung action steps. We have the following action steps: target milestones, the actions, responsible person, then support needed from, then the target date. Example po, ito po inihati namin to sa tatlo. Yung importante kasi yung pre-implementation or bago natin siya gawin. Ano yung mga plano natin? So dito nilagay namin is yung dissemination of information. Kasi ito nga ay webinar. Therefore, sa pag-disseminate ng information, mahalaga na malaman ito ng ating mga faculty, co-teachers, and also the students, which are the participants. Then, through social media namin siya i-include. Kasi nga po, di ba, this is a pandemic time, so lahat ay online. Then, who are the responsible for this? Of course, the SSG officers, especially the publicity team committee namin. Ayan. It includes the PIO and the PRO. Ayan. Meron kaming ganyan para maganda rin i-implement natin yung para meron tayong division of labor or division of task. Then, support needed from. Ayan. So, sino po yung mga kailangan natin tulong? Ayan. Yung SAC teachers namin and ICT teachers. Ayan. Of course, kasi nga webinar to and also the topic is related to them. Then, all class presidents. Ayan. So, pagganahin natin ang Student Coordinating Council. Kasi sila talaga yung may hawak sa lahat ng kanilang mga kaklase. Then, it will be implemented 2 weeks before the said program. Para nga naman, di ba, pre-implementation. So, pwedeng 3 weeks or 1 month, it's up to us. Pero, best date is 2 weeks before. Then, dinagdag din namin dito is in preparation for the venue. So, if ever napayagan nga, dati, sa venue, edi, pwede natin gamitin ng isang barangay. And also, SSG officers pa rin yan. Then, support need, school head, then barangay captain ng barangay. Then, 2 weeks before pa rin yan. Ito ay plan B. Plan B lang to pero yung plan A nasa taas. Then, during the implementation, syempre, seminar proper or the webinar proper. So, sino ang responsible dito? The SSG officers pa rin or the SSG team. And, kaninong support na naman ang kailangan natin? Also, the same set of persons kasi kailangan yan. Then, naglagay kami ng implementation date. Ayan, exact date yan. Yan yung ipopropose natin sa ating school head and other responsible na tao sa pag-check ng ating proposals. Then, last one is yung post-implementation na kung saan sa post-implementation, continuous implementation ang nilagay namin of this program until the last day of the school year. Ayan. So, included pa rin yung mga same set of persons na support na kailangan namin. Then, syempre, ang mag-i-implement ay ang SSC officers. Then, nilagay na natin siya as throughout the school year. Tingnan niyo po ito. Ito yung mga sample ng continuous implementation of this program. Di ba po, ang ating program is Netiquette webinar, social media. So, naglagay kami dito ng follow-up activities na pang isang taon. Like, for example, social media campaign about what are the proper netiquette when using SOCMED or social media. Ayan, so nagkaroon kami ng campaign dyan. Another seminar soon. So, merong part 1, merong part 2 if ever. Then, promoting proper netiquette when using SOCMED. So, pwedeng ito ay digital banners, video productions, etc. or ed videos or educational videos. Another is coordinate with the other schools to be part of the netiquette seminar. So, kapag ito'y naging successful sa ating paaralan, pwede natin itong ilabas para mas marami pang tao ang matuto sa sinasabi nating webinar. Ito naman yung required resources. So, ito po yung medyo kailangan talaga natin na pagtuunan ng pansin. Like, for example, meron tayong milestones. Ito yung steps natin, no, gagawin natin para dito. So, meron tayong preparation for the venue, like Barangay Santa Cruz. So, naglagay kami ng, ano ba yung kailangan natin dyan? Which is yung backdrop. Ayan, tarpaulin. Dati po yan. So, ngayon, digital banner na lang yan. Then, meron tayong 500 pesos budget for that. Then, that's being futuristic, no? Then, during implementation, so yung mga magtotalk nating mga resource speakers, they need food, water, token, and certificate. So, nilagay namin ang budget, halimbawa ng 2,000 pesos. Then, post-implementation, which is yung mga sinabi ko kaninang projects, so lalagyan din natin sila ng budget. Lahat naman to meron ditong section for approval. Siyempre, yan ay dadaan sa mga respective personnel. Yan, importante po yan. Then, ito naman yung risk management plan. May say risk, ano yung mga possible na hadlang sa paggawa ng ating project. So, being futuristic pa rin to. So, yung preparation ng venue, ayan. So, isa sa mga problem dito is yung availability niya. Available ba siya sa araw ng webinar natin? Kasi kung hindi, delayed yon. Then, hanap tayo ng specific action for this. Hanap tayo ng ibang lugar. Then, mag-send ng communication ahead of time. Ganun din sa during implementation, so nilalagay namin dito yung fund. Siyempre, pag walang fund, delay of the project. Then, communicate tayo with accounting department or kung ano man. Then, or the SSC Developmental Fund. Then, another po is yung post-implementation, yung fund pa rin, kapag wala po yan, medyo magdidelay yung ating proyekto. Then, of course, the last part is yung approvals. So, sino-sino mga gumawa, ilagay natin yan with their signature. Then, don't forget these important persons na dapat pumirma sa ating proposal. Yung, of course, yung approval ng SSG advisor, the OSA or the Office of School Activities, then administrative officer if ever nadaan sa kanila, then our school head. So, depende yan sa sistema sa school natin kung ano ba talaga yung pagdadaanan ng ating mga project proposals. Then, let me end my presentation with, eto po, katungkulan ng lahat na ang nabibingit sa malaking kapahamakan sa pagtupad ng kanyang tungkulin ay iligtas, sukdang ikapariwara ng sariling buhay at yaman. Ito po ay mula kay Kat Andres Bonifacio, na kung saan ang pinaka-role natin bilang isang leader ay mag-serve sa ating paaralan. Kahit anumang hirap yan, kahit anumang dali yan, gagawa tayo ng hakbang para sa ating paaralan. Ito ang ating naging panata. We serve for our classmates, schoolmates, and for the school. And always remember, lagi tayong magdadasal para sa pagiging successful ng ating mga projects. Thank you so much for listening in my topic. Maraming salamat po.